Hi, I hope you're safe and dry despite this weather. I'm Jam. Welcome to Pathways of Hope. Today's gospel reading comes from Matthew chapter 13, verses 1 to 9. And this is where Jesus tells the story or the parable of the sower. And I've encountered this, and you probably have also encountered this parable many, many times before. But today, I'd just like to share with you some key takeaways that I have from this particular passage. I'd like to share with you three. The first is that wherever we are in our journey, God, the sower, will keep sowing. This is good news for us. He will keep revealing himself and his love through his word. He will use any circumstance to call us to himself. And I have experienced this at many different points in my life. Illness of a beloved family member, deaths in the family or other people close to me, different challenges and problems that I have faced throughout my life. In all of them, I have experienced God revealing himself to me through his word. I have experienced God trying to reach out and help me to experience his love very concretely in that particular circumstance that I found myself in. Wherever we are in our journey, God the sower will keep sowing his word so that we can experience him, so that we can get to know him, his love, and his presence in our lives. Second thing, we have a say in the kind of soil that we become. We have a say in the kind of soil that we become. And this is also good news for us because we are not helpless or powerless, against our situations and our circumstances. And I know, yes, it takes work. It is tedious. It takes work to become that good soil that Jesus is talking about in this parable. We need to receive the right nourishment. We need to have the right environment. But the good news is we have a say in that. We can actually set ourselves up in a good environment, surround ourselves with good people who actually help us to experience the Lord and hear his word. We can build good habits that make us more receptive to the word of God. And we can set up, the kind of life for ourselves, a lifestyle that allows us to fix our gaze on Jesus. We have a say in the kind of soil that we become. We can cultivate this. And lastly, the word of God is always, always within reach. God will never withhold his word from us. At any moment, he desires to speak to us. And so we have access to how the Lord wants to speak. And he speaks in so many different ways. One would be through the Bible, where we can read literally his word to us. But he also speaks to us through maybe the sacraments. I have experienced the Lord speaking to me in the sacrament of reconciliation. So if you're Catholic, maybe that's something that you could try out. The Lord would also speak to us through other Christian men and women that we surround ourselves with, through the counsel of good, righteous, holy men and women. He can also speak through our circumstances and even through our conscience. And so we know that the word of God is always within our reach. So those are the three things that we could, maybe meditate on throughout the day. And hopefully this is a step in the right direction, a small step towards becoming good soil. One that hears the word of God, understands, and always obeys, because the word of God is always meant to lead us into transformation. May God bless you.